All right, let's get into Age of Calamity, I suppose. I was gonna stream the first DLC, but it ended up having no story content. But I did all of it. I have done a lot in this game. The only thing that I wouldn't have shown on stream is the post-credit scene you get, where they revive the little baby guardian, um, and the much more important thing is that you get the old Hyrule Warriors outfit, which looks amazing, by the way, in this new art style. Well, new art style, I don't know. But I know I've done everything, so I'm a bit over prepared, I think. I've got everyone to like level 90, 80-ish. So this should go pretty smoothly. I'm gonna avoid doing the side stuff as usual, unless there's not much content. I don't know. I'm also curious what kind of bonuses you're gonna get for doing the, because like the last DLC was basically just like a power boost. It was lots of things like more cooking stuff, being able to grind for money, lots of stuff like that, I guess. All right, I don't even really know what this is gonna be. Like, it just says they're hidden memories, and the trailer was very vague. So, I have no idea if this is even going to be a stream's worth of content. Oh, it's pretty content dense. Nice. Topics for investigation in order to recreate the memories of hidden battles. Complete them to earn various rewards. Alright. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, interesting. Huh. Yeah, they also add the ability to buy apples, I guess. Yeah, it feels like a lot of this DLC is adding in content that normally gets the focus in like a Warriors type game. Because this is a very, like, people in the previous streams, which was like almost a year ago, so you can be forgiven for forgetting if anyone is watching this who has seen those streams, but it was closer to a character action game almost instead of a typical Warriors game. There was less enemies, the move sets were pretty in depth. But yeah, I know this DLC adds a Coliseum, so I imagine there's just going to be more standard Warriors type stuff now that they're into the post-launch era. Oh yeah, let me know if the game audio is overpowering, by the way. Actually, I wonder if this is gonna at all hint towards Breath of the Wild 2. Anything that's gonna be in that. So this is like a pre-prologue. it's weird that, yeah, this is basically making explicit what happened in the main story, because that wasn't actually shown super clearly. I wonder if you'll be able to play as evil
There was a plucky
Tarako.
guardian who traveled back in time from a Hyrule devastated by Calamity Ganon's revival to a Hyrule that existed before that dark time.
But Calamity Ganon's malice had made the same journey through
Oh
space
yeah,
and
so one of the
time.
playable characters in this
It
is
possessed a little
Pura
guardian
and Robbie,
that slept in this
and then they
foregone
just say
era
there's one other
and set
one.
certain
They don't
machinations
actually
in
say
motion in
who it
order to
could be.
bring
Like, it
about
might be that
Calamity's revival.
the what's it called?
Entirely unaware
The
of
prophecy
the enemy
man.
that had pursued
You
him,
know, the one.
the time
Or it
traveling
could
guardian
be
hurried to seek
Suga.
out
I doubt it's
Princess
Suga,
Zelda.
honestly, if it's this one big final thing, but I don't know. Oh, I can't attack. I guess that's canon. You don't get the ability to like do crazy moves until you rebuild Tarako. Music's so good. Oh, okay. That was kind of weird. Like, it's so much nicer. Oh yeah, so what's the gimmick for this again? Yeah, because you can release this at different times to charge. And it does different kinds of beam attacks. Yeah, it's pretty weak on its own, but it can charge up pretty quick. Oh, there's no way I'm going to have the timing down for the perfect dodges and stuff. The egg is armed? Correct. Oh, there we go. There we go. So I guess, yeah, to further contextualize it, yes, this Guardian's name is Tarako, and that's revealed at the very end. Try to make this as watchable as possible without too much context. Also, yeah, with Zelda coming up, one of the additions with the DLC was the motorcycle, which was given to Zelda instead of Link. The lore behind it, because every single upgrade has some sort of dialogue to it. It's actually literally just like Zelda found out that this motorcycle was meant for the legendary hero, but she wanted it. So she got them to make her a motorcycle for her. It's giving me tutorials all over again. But yeah, this game really gives me hope for the music for Breath of the Wild 2. Because it really is just such a big improvement over the base game, I think. I have way too much health and defense anyway, so it doesn't matter, but it still feels bad. If I just had my insanely broken invincible Link, I could just use that. Oh, I should get that treasure chest. Everything should be marked in the map now, so there's been upgrades for everything. So that'll make it easier to actually get the content all done in one go. Oh, so what are those? I ask as if people should know, but I don't remember doing that. It might have been an upgrade I got near the end, so I didn't actually get the chance to see it. Oops. So Samus's zero suit, her final smash, which is the zero beam, I believe is what we call it at the time. Okay, that for that chest. The super randomized gear and then the really limited inventory space does make this kind of thing not the best, like going and finding these chests, but still, it's on the map. We gotta get rid of it. Yeah, triple up on the beams. Guess I should only bother doing this when it's actually time for like a boss fight though, because they go away pretty quick. Man, I'm really curious where this is actually going to go. So I'm not sure what kind of stories they can even tell, and I wasn't expecting it to be set before the actual game even started. It's already set far before Breath of the Wild. Those things be terrible for hitting stuff. Oh, right. Man, I totally forgot. I have these. Oh, I don't have the Sheikah Slate, but I can do this. Yeah, yeah, I don't have the... Thank you for reminding me. I can still do this, though. Oh, jeez. Whoops. Got to turn off my alarm. Don't worry, it'll go away soon. Dodge!
Right.
Man, if people were mad about the timeline in the original game and this being set before, those people would just be even more upset. Right, there's nothing over here. This is for later. Yeah, so I can do these little mini blasts too, eventually. Yeah, you can do this. Don't have to always be fully charged up. Oh, right. I can do this. Man, yeah, it's been a bit too long, but this is also just not a character I put that much time into. I mean, I didn't touch a lot of the characters because Link with a greatsword is way too powerful. Oh, gold text on that weapon. I don't know if that means anything. For all the hours I put into the game, I didn't internalize a whole lot of it, turns out. So I guess I'm actually mashing this laser button after I use the big blast, but I'm not totally sure. Twenty topaz. Oh. Oh. Okay. Is the timeline getting screwed up again? Oh, jeez. Well, actually, I can just do this. Oh! Okay, maybe you're not supposed to win. Power Suit Lino would have been pretty raw. I can just do this again. I'm a bit too strong, maybe. But you know. Those mini blasts are really satisfying. It's the time to use this. Oh, jeez. Oh, they didn't go away. They're still there. Oh, man. I had 2 chances there, and I blew it. So I wonder if this is just going to be a matter of contriving fights that didn't explicitly happen in the main story. Like, this is going to probably explain how Tarako loses its combat abilities later, or something. That's what I'm guessing so far. Or maybe the timeline's getting thrown off again. I'm wondering how much this DLC is going to have in terms of these cutscenes, but I was really shocked by how much there was in the base game. I don't even know the file size for this, so I can't even guess. That's a good look. Nope. Okay, that's not the canon outfit. Alright, there we go. Timeline preserved.
To think these memories were lying dormant.
All we need to do is reconnect this chain of memories.
Observation recordings must have been stored separately.
Okay. I'm severely lacking on hydromelins. Okay. I was wondering how much stuff I was going to get. Oh, hidden battle reports. This is going to be important for getting something. I'm wondering what... Because the upgrades have already gotten pretty far beyond what they were in the base game. Although now that I say that, I do remember that one of the advertised features was there was new actions available for every character. So that could be cool. Like, new actions is a lot more substantial than just like, you do more damage, you can get more cooking stuff and stuff like that.
As the two researchers made progress in their analysis of the time-traveling Guardian, they discovered previously unknown recordings deep within.
They were broken splinters of information, connected to forgotten battles. Fragments of memories, in a sense, remaining within the time-traveling Guardian even after it appeared in this era.
theorizing that the key to sealing the Calamity may lie within. The two noble researchers began to unravel the stories behind the fierce battles buried within these fragments of memory.
Alright, so it's just gonna be like previous already existing missions, but now with like a different angle on it, I guess. But I am imagining there's gonna be some sort of twist at the end where they do something with it. Don't know if it's gonna lead into Age of Calamity 2 would be cool, but Breath of the Wild 2, like I feel like that's something that Nintendo may not. Well, they were pretty close with Nintendo though, so okay, let's give you all of them. Hidden battles. Unravel stories that were forgotten amid the chaos of battle. Do not do so by following information from the fragments of memory hidden deep within the mysterious guardian. Hang on, is there a reason I should be doing this? Oh, I've been doing this on easy. Whoops. Not that I think that makes a big difference, but... EX Sphere Master. EX Enhanced Abilities. So I know what that means. Let's find out. Okay, so these do take the hidden reports, so maybe I should be a bit careful with which ones I do. EX Hard Defenses for Impa. EX Giant Leap for, wait, Zelda? And it's for the Sheikah Slate specifically. And there was one other one, wasn't there? Well, I guess in the meantime I'll find out what this Link one is. I'm not going to use spears, but you know. Yeah, Express Zedar up to 3 times in a row to do a quick series of lunging. Okay, lunging dashes. There we go. Not tongue-tied, I swear. I can't hide from you, Marvin. It's true. All right, so I'm curious what this is gonna be for the Great Sword, because that's all I really care about. Okay. EX Liberate the Ancient Lab. EX Search in Hyrule Forest. Oh, Battle of Kaponga Village. That's not even a thing, I don't think. Right? Don't see anything else nearby. EX Battle of Kaponga Village. So these all have got locked in teammates. Like the Gerudo there. So this must be just what they were doing while the main characters were having fun. Interesting that Tarako isn't in all of them though, just half of them. But there's a pretty clear correlation. Alright, well I'll just go from left to right, I suppose. I never should even bother cooking. Probably not. I didn't even check what the memory quests are. I guess I should keep an eye on
that. In the midst of the Calamity, the Royal Ancient Lab was captured.
Yeah, can you guys hear this?
And the researchers were forced to flee. Urbosa and Riju bravely led troops to the lab in order to liberate it. Facing monsters armed with weapons stolen from the lab, the most elite Gerudo warriors advanced into the breach.
This is how they're going to make enemies tougher. They're going to give them ancient weapons, I guess.
Lying in wait for them.
Gameplay's a little bit low. I can raise it a little bit. It is a bit of a quiet talker. I don't want the sound effects of the battles to overwhelm my voice, but to make it a little bit louder.
Of course.
All right. I never really got good at curving. perfect dodges to, like, what's the word? Okay, actually, this is going to be a bit more problem. I'm glad I'm over leveled because I can't remember anything. Glad we got the really good Urbosa this one. It's not like Warriors games are terribly hard to play, but I remember like these characters do have pretty distinct gimmicks, is the thing. I do have them all upgraded to have their things. Not Sheikah Slate. Darn it. I find Riju a bit easier to play, but she's hard to control. Whoa! Is it not gonna end? Oh yeah, also spoilers, Riju's here and everyone else, I guess. If you decide to come into Age of Calamity at the very last battle. This is pretty hard to control. Urbosa is really, really cool, but I'm not good at her gimmick. I'm also a big fan of her just fighting with her big dog.
Wow.
You know, allegedly, these are weapons from the ancient lab. They look a lot more like clubs to me. Not like magic techno clubs either. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's pretty clever. That's for like a new enemy type. The volume might be good? Okay. I'll change that right now. Back we go.
Right.
Oh yeah, so actually, I guess all these upgrades are not even like a thing that you guys are gonna be conscious of, but Urbosa's thing is her lightning charges a lot faster, I believe, and I think her gauge is bigger, but it's been a while for me too. And like I said, I only really use one character with one weapon. Wait, what am I doing up here? This isn't giving me money and stuff. More monster prepared. Alright, I guess another thing, since I didn't stream the first DLC, you guys haven't seen just how low this DLC or this game can go in terms of frame rate. Because it's insane. Like it's almost like it feels like it's gonna crash. Like there's no two ways about it. It's just like people usually say like slideshow or 1 frame per second as a joke, but it isn't a joke in this case. Oh, I was supposed to backtrack. Whoops. Well, Urbosa's finishers, they can just go on forever as long as you have lots of electricity charged up. What I mean by not go with her gimmick is that she has a thing where you can... I'm blanking on the name. The thing that Nero can do in Devil May Cry. I keep want to say Riot Trigger, which is a cool name, but that's not right. Max Act. You can max act with him, and then it charges up his gun as you attack instead of having to do it manually. And Urbosa can do the same thing, where if you charge at the right time, then you can build up electricity without having to actually stop and charge, which is really, really good because her finishers with max electricity just shred everything. But I've never been able to get the timing down. I've been able to even max act a few times, but Urbosa, I just don't know what the timing is. And her attacks are a lot wilder than something that you get in Devil May Cry games. Of course, her electricity charges up from special moves and stuff too, so there's that. Those little, like, they're not even cheap shots. The things they do where they just have a bunch of enemies set to all attack at once, they're so mean because they don't even do that much. It just feels so cruel to succumb to them. What's going on? Okay. Oh no, I missed. I should be saving her special moves and stuff for when I run out of electricity specifically, to be optimal with this. Oh, jeez. Thinking about it, I think it might have been a mistake for them to make it so that these abilities are all tied to enemy weaknesses. Because, oh, can I still attack? Yes, I can. It makes it so I don't ever experiment with them. So, like, I didn't even know that characters had unique magnet attacks, because it's generic for when it's a counter attack. But when you use it normally, it's distinct for every single character. And I'm just, like, I've still never seen most of them because, like, why would you do that when you might end up needing it for a boss weakness later? The Lionel one's always tricky to get right, which I guess is accurate to like how they are in the actual game. God, Urbosa's so cool. There's nothing meaningful for me to say about it. It's just they really made like one of the coolest Zelda characters, and she's barely in the game. Oh, nice. Okay, I actually got one. can't even remember if you can do a perfect dodge on generic enemy attacks like those arrows. I imagine you can. Yeah, as much as I do really like Age of Calamity, what I really like to see is them take all these ideas forward and make them just another Hyrule Warriors. Because, like, the biggest problem this game has is that there's not a huge roster to pull from. So they really stretch it, and I think they do a good job with the game overall. But I really want to play as Vati. Like, there's no deeper thing than that. I want some Capcom representation, which apparently they will never do. Apparently, Koei Tecmo or whoever it is, they like despise Capcom, and so they will never have On-Ops or Varan or anything like that. But I really like those games. I guess it actually does have a kind of weird problem where there's going to be some bias now, because if you do have another Hyrule Warriors roster, you do kind of need all the 4 champions again, and that's a huge chunk of the potential roster right there. It's weird because Warrior games usually have giant rosters, but the Zelda ones tend to be smaller. Well, 10, I say as if hasn't been just 2 games. You gotta keep in mind to fight some of the enemies and get their trophies, because I imagine I need a fair few to get the upgrades. See, this is the one I like. Just goes and goes and goes. Yeah, it was probably limited by Nintendo. Like, that was how the original game was limited by Nintendo too, Miyamoto specifically, because they wanted to make something that was more of like a traditional Zelda game with dungeons and stuff, and Miyamoto said that would not be a unique experience or something, and so they had to remove their ideas for like having dungeons to explore with dungeon items and stuff, and it just became a traditional Warriors game, and it turned out to be a really good, well-liked Warriors game. But I don't know, Miyamoto yet again cutting down unique and cool ideas because he has very bizarre boomer ideas of what video games have to be. I guess I just settled on doing a Rosa for this level, by the way, after saying I didn't really vibe with her style. Riju is just very hard to control. Oh, light style, Jesus. Ice line, well, I can just do this. Yeah, actually, much more than the roster, what's really limited by this game is the enemy types just have to be the same tiny roster of enemies from Breath of the Wild, which is like 5 enemies. Like there's Moblins, there's Bokoblins, there's Lionels, there's Choo-Choos, and I guess, yeah, there's Guardians. I'm not even sure what else. Oh, there's Wizrobes. Definitely coming up on the end of the list by now, though. Oh, I should do that thing. Wrong one. No, no. Oof, I almost egged it out. Okay, yeah. Order. You go and do this. Try to keep in mind I can even do that. Taking bases is such a downplayed part of this game. I always forget it's even part of it. yeah, like, there's just all these color swaps of the goblins for the enemy types. And then they did get kind of creative by having the Octorok Balloon Moglin for a boss. That was pretty good. And that, they do really switch it. Yeah, actually, I mentioned Zelda having a motorcycle, but there was another thing, which is Link got another weapon too, which was like I forget what it was called in the actual game, because it was a strange name for what it actually is, which is it's basically a grappling hook. Like Link can Spider-Man around and you can steal enemy weapons and stuff. I think it was called a flail. Yeah. Yeah, and a flail doesn't really accurately describe what they actually do with that weapon type. But yeah, it's definitely the coolest. Like, my favorite is obviously the greatsword, as I've said, but the coolest weapon for sure is the flail, because for one thing, yes, you can grappling hook around like Spider-Man, and oh, didn't work. Yeah, and then you can do this like weird, complicated thing where you get a different type of finisher for each type of weapon you can steal, which is only 3 weapons, because again, it's Breath of the Wild, it's very limited. Man, your ice is not great for countering, I guess. Yeah, so you got elemental choo-choos, you've got elemental moblins, elemental bokoblins, elemental Lynels, elemental guardians. Like that's how they have to get some variety in there. Here we go. Bokoblins with bows, bokoblins with clubs, bokoblins with swords. I guess there's even an argument to be made that because the actual physical variety of enemies is so low, it can make actually like telling what your problems are a bit difficult, but Breath of the Wild has pretty exaggerated character design, so I guess that's not a huge deal. Like, you can tell that they have clubs pretty easily, no matter how many enemies are on screen. Yeah, they do go for as many recolors as they can get, but they are all canon recolors from Breath of the Wild. In fact, I don't think they even ever got into the hard mode recolors, like the golden Lynels I don't think are in this game. And I didn't even bother with the DLC for Breath of the Wild. It doesn't, like, it just seemed kind of miserable. Like the Master Quest doesn't seem like it like good kind of hard mode. It just seems like a gotcha of like, you thought you were safe, but there's a guardian at the start of the game when you have 3 hearts. That actually reminds me though, I'm still baffled by how fast the reload speed is in Breath of the Wild, even on the Wii U. If you die and you're back in like a second, and you're not far from where you died either. Like, every other game struggles with that kind of thing. But Breath of the Wild's a massive open world game too, and they still managed to make it work. Yeah, they're good recolors for sure. No 2 ways about that. I feel like this must be like a Switch problem, but there are, yeah, see now there's a bunch more enemies, but there are moments in this game where enemies just don't load in, and so you just, so you just have to kind of awkwardly chip away at a very small amount of health. Like the big health top, I should say, like, for the actual thing. The fortress you're capturing or whatever. I always feel there's a lot of aerial combat in this game too, because you can just jump off walls and go up in the sky, which is pretty weird. Yeah, see, Urbosa can really shred those weak spot gauges. I can still attack. Oh, I see like a monster or something on the screen. And as ever, these dialogue things not having any text, pretty rough. Because it's hard to keep track of what they're saying while in the middle of combat. Hey Onyx, how's it going? I almost didn't notice you because your text is the same color as Blastotron for me.
I'll freeze you out.
Ah. Nope. Wrong one. There we go. Ugh. Hard to get those big final combos in when there's this many enemies. But I can't just do this. Oh man. It just... we melted them. Have fun leaving Walmart, I suppose. Oh wait, can't attack. We're all good. Oh man, so close. Didn't find any wild berries though. I'll have to keep an eye on my inventory. They got a big upgrade from the DLC, but I don't know if it's big enough. Oh good, a cutscene.
You've really gotten the hang of that helm, haven't you?
As the chief, it's my responsibility to...
An opening! As long as I have this, your silly lightning can't hurt me one bit.
So how does this work then? Is it powered by their brain?
Why? How?
One such as you would need 100 years or more before you could wield this helm.
No, 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 no!
This dude does rule, I agree.
Yours, it will be mine! Just you wait!
Alright, let's see what I get for this. don't care about vicious presences, unfortunately. Man, are they gonna lock like the upgrade for Greatsword Link to like the end of the game? Like you beat everything else and it's like, okay, fine, we'll give you an EX ability for Greatsword Link. Alright, I wonder what Urbosa's EX is. Because like if it makes your lightning stronger, then man. What, Nimble Champion Sword? Oh, so there's a new tier of weapon. That's dangerous. Like, that's real dangerous, actually. Like, I already have a very, very strong greatsword for Link. And you get, and like, there's passive abilities and the level cap went up for them, too. So, this could be very powerful. And Monk Miles Koshi, I didn't use a ton either. I look forward to gaining so much power.